Life's a happy song when it's so much sad to sing along. What's up, buddy?
Well, look at you. You look like you're in a good mood.
Well, you know, the way I think about it, not that much to be sad about.
17-game losing streak is tough.
That means I'm one step closer to the first overall pick and ending the rebuild.
Yeah, sure, if you win the lottery.
Win? Low-quality fans of a high-quality Bruins team, that is a dub! We dubbing out here. I am not the only person who was nervous about this game. I'm not. Didn't want to be the team that the streak ended on. Boy, did it look like we were gonna be. At this point, you know how before the game we do this whole like, well, the coaches aren't gonna be there and they're missing Eichel and they're on this long losing streak. Of course they're gonna win. Well, teams have been doing that for like 2 weeks now with the Sabres. Every time a team plays them, they're like, well, we're gonna be the ones. Everyone has that feeling. We weren't the ones yet. I say yet because there is no end in sight, right? There's no real end that this streak ends, the ending of ends. I'm in a good mood. I am. This game shouldn't put me in a good mood. In fact, I should probably be yelling and shouting about this game. I should be upset. But the win's the win. God knows we needed it. And the Rangers lost to the Flyers, which I know, in a sense, kind of goes, the Flyers get closer to us. I'm more afraid of the Rangers than the Flyers right now. But let's get into it, shall we? Rask, still no update, unfortunately. But Senyshyn is back, which is super exciting because he's on a line with Bjork and Coyle. That is a north-south hubble-a-blue. A couple huge surprises before the game starts. Marshy is out on COVID protocol, so we don't know when he comes back. We don't know if that's a false positive. RIP in pieces. Freddie takes a top-line spot. I love that. I think that's exciting. Another curveball. Lauzon is in. I didn't expect him to be back. I knew that he was practicing, but from what I heard this morning, it was he still needed a couple more practice reps before he would get the start. But he's back, and he looked for the most part rusty, but good. Lastly, Darth Vladar back in net, which is so exciting, and I love that because he is fun to watch. I still think that he's a bit, sometimes. I save the Vladar stuff for last because 1 minute in, we take a penalty for elbowing. Clifton, it was a weird penalty because he goes to protect himself. It looks like a hit's coming. The hit never actually comes, but Cliffy goes into it and ends up raising his elbow. That's elbowing. That's a good call. And we go to the PK a minute into the game, and I'm kind of sitting there like, oh, Jesus. And Vladar, during this penalty kill, shits his pants. He legitimately gets the puck behind our net and passes it to Ristolainen, who just buries it into the open net. 1-0 them. And the collective, oh fuck, it's gonna be us, that went across Bruins Nation in that moment. Not only that, but we have a chance with Bjork, Coyle, and Senyshyn all in front of a downed Ullmark in a mad scramble to put the puck in, but it's just the evergreen in front of that net. Nothing's getting by. And there's my topical joke. We do get a power play out of it, but honestly, that was that moment I went, oh shit, we're actually cursed this game. We give up the puck for an easy goal. I'm thinking Vladar is going to quake a little bit after that and let in some easy ones. I was wrong. But if Ullmark goes down like that, we have a mad scramble in front of the net, 3 chances with the puck on our sticks, and we can't bury it. That is absolutely a sign of we are fucked with a capital F-U-C. The K-E-D can be lowercase for now. On this power play, and on the next power play with about 5 minutes left in the period, the power play doesn't look bad. But the problem is Ullmark can see everything. And Ullmark's not a shit goalie. He can see everything. And so there's no hard saves to make. This game, for the most part, was very easy for Ullmark. There's a couple goals he could do nothing about, which led to us winning. The fact that we didn't score more is very obviously based off of his being able to see everything. and us never being able to beat a goaltender outright. So we go into the second down a goal. And again, let's remember that the Bruins Nation has zero faith in this team, and we are panicking. 10 minutes through the second period, not only do we get outplayed for those 10 minutes, we have a scary moment where Vladar takes a shot to the chest, but he doubles over in pain. He would stay in the game. And we take a dumb penalty. We kill that penalty. But that 10 minutes was awful, where we looked worse. We looked worse than the Buffalo Sabres. You know what? No. You know what? I'm going to show this. I'm going to show this graphic. Nope. Yeah. That's over an 80% deserve to win-o-meter. If you haven't checked out moneypuck.com, I'll put the link below. They're awesome. And that's against the worst team in the league by a long shot. 12 minutes in, though, Pasta draws a penalty. But Buffalo can't get possession to get the penalty called. The boys, 6 boys this time, not just 5, 6 are suckling the puck. Cycling the puck. We're cycling the puck. The puck ends up on Grizz's stick after a cycle pretty much around the entire zone. He is in the dead center of the blue line, and he fires a wrister on net. Grizz is so good at getting through traffic. Like, you want to have complaints about Cliffy and Lauzon. They are so bad at this. They turn it over so often on the blue line because they don't get it through the first guy, let alone the second. Grizz fires it, glove side. Coyle is in front of Olmark, screening like you should. And it goes in 1-1. Thank bejesus. The game's tied, and we scored. Sort of not on the power play. The roller coaster of a hockey game is kind of crazy because you score a goal to tie the game, you just go, oh, thank God we're winning. We're going to win this game. And as soon as you go down by a goal again, you immediately think we're losing. We're losing this game. When statistically, that's bullshit. 2 minutes after that goal, a absolute rocket from the left side of the blue line in our zone goes off Vladar's shoulder, and it bounces to the right. And unfortunately, Okposo gets contact with it. And he's lucky here. He is able to kind of flick it towards the net and just ends up beating Vladar because Vladar's trying to come across. It was a bang, bang, bang play. It's 2-1 Sabres. And we're going into the third down to the Sabres. First 2 minutes of the third period, though, spent in their zone, smacking down the door. I feel good about it. But the problem is we can't score a goal. Nothing's getting through. Olmark, again, doing a pretty good job. So McAvoy goes, fine, I'll do it myself. I have a meme for this. McAvoy does literally 2 cycles around the net with the entire Buffalo team compressed in front of Olmark. And he's just going around. Eventually, he just decides, fuck it, I'll throw it into the center. No one's open. I'm just going to do what I can. Throws it in the center, bounces off a Buffalo player back to Nick Ritchie. What this does, though, is creates Olmark's movement going towards where the pass was going. It bounces so quickly that Ritchie has an open right side of the net and just buries it. Great play by McAvoy. Nice finish by Ritchie, I guess. That is 2-2, tie game. And again, I feel like we're going to win. Yay! And then, get excited, guys, because then we got a power play with 10 minutes left in the game. It's winning time to kill it. Damn it! But you know how we like to wait to the last 5 minutes? Ford F-150 Final 5. It's 4 minutes left in the game. And then, music. Music from the rafters. You don't believe it, but there he stands. Cam Newton, walking down the steps, doing a little McGregor swaggle, steps onto the ice. And it's him, and it's Krejci, and it's Ritchie, and it's a 3-on-2. And it goes from Cam Newton over to Ritchie to Krejci, and there's a pile-up on the left side of the net, and the puck bounces out, slightly forced by Krejci, to Cam Newton, who's in the middle of the slot, and just fires it into an open net, and it's 3-2, and wait! That man coming out and Supermaning it. Well, that's not Cam Newton at all. That's Craig fucking Smith, baby boy. That's right. The guy I shit on in last video. What a shocker. Craig Smith gets the game-winning goal with that one. It's 3-2. I'm no longer keeping track of the perfection line versus everyone else because the perfection line is dried up over the past few games, and it is a 7-goal lead, I believe, at this point. If it gets close, I'll bring it back up. There is one more thing in the game that happens that I kind of want to point out is with 25 seconds left, there's a pile-up in front of Vladar, and there's a lot of panicky moments, but a penalty gets called on the Buffalo Sabres, Ristolainen to be specific, because he cross-checks Vladar in the face after he gets hit from behind falling into Vladar. Now, the cross-check wasn't vicious. Don't go out there and start burning Ristolainen jerseys. Not that you'd own them. This is such a rare call to see. A scramble in front of net, people falling. It was called as goaltender interference. Usually, refs just kind of swallow their whistles that late in the game. No, they called it. And with all the officiating controversies going on, very strange. Game notes. First of all, this team is incapable of tape-to-tape. For the first 2.5 periods of this game, we could not nail each other. It just wasn't happening. And this was my complaint during this whole month-and-a-half stretch where we don't look good. There's a lack of chemistry with most lines. Excluding the last scramble that Craig Smith scored, the game winner. Before that, we had 4 scrambles in front of the net with Olmark down, and we scored on none of them. I am getting so sick of the lack of net presence and the lack of ability to finish when we are right there. Quick notes on some new guys. Freddie looks good on that first line. He's no Marchand. I don't want to keep him on the first line. I don't think he belongs on that first line, but he did play well. He is a consistent contributor to possession, to forecheck, and he makes a good play every now and again. I'm hoping he develops his hands a little bit more, and I really want him to develop a little more finishing, but this guy is staying on the team. He's a good player. Senny, on the other hand, looked great, and I need him to stay in our bottom 6. I love the speed, plays with skill, plays with heart. That guy has a spot. He's not getting kicked out of the lineup unless someone forces their way in or he collapses. Here's the bad thing. We barely beat a team who had lost 16 games prior to this one in a row. I don't think we're sellers at the deadline, but the conversation doesn't move far from that right now. It doesn't look like we're one piece from competing. Now, we're facing a lot of injuries. I get it. There should be some serious concern with this right now. We need another defenseman, and we need a top 6 winger. And to get both of those in one deadline, you are paying an immense price. How much are we going to mortgage our future to try to make this work over the next year, maybe 2 years? I truly believe, I'm throwing out the bias and all that crap. I truly believe that the team is still underperforming and that the team can be better with the pieces we have. I think the addition of a couple pieces and a couple people playing up to their ability will result in a championship-worthy team. That faith is starting to draw thin. So I want to see a lot of moves from Sweeney. I want to see him swing for the fences. And I want to be able, in 2 years, to go, you know what? Yes, we kind of fucked ourselves in 2024, 2025. But we knew the rebuild was coming. You had to make a last effort for this. These guys deserve another cup. Go Bees!